spot. This is what I see. Everybody stops and is staring at me. I got passion in my
notebook,
and I ain't afraid to show it, show it, show it, show it.
I'm a journalist,
And I know it.
Are you depressed? Do you feel anxious, upset, and confused? Have you had thoughts of quitting after being rejected by your sources again and again and again? My name is Emily Herman, and if you fall into any of these categories, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. John Cupitz once said, "There's no crying in journalism." But recent reports have shown that crying among young journalists is on the rise. Sales figures from Andy's Frozen Custard have shown that cherubs are not only crying, but indulging in frozen desserts to comfort themselves. In other news, this week's show-off question is, what will journalism be like in 2030?
I think that journalism in 2030 will be freaking awesome.
Journalism will definitely still be around because people still need their news, but I'm certain that the method of delivery will have long since changed. I don't think that newspapers will be around, it'll all be electronic.
News will no longer be tangible and everything pretty much will be online. Sorry.
It's not what journalism will look like in 2030.
It's what 2030 will look like in journalism.
We finish each other's sentences.
Journalism as we know it will be done with. However, there'll be more emphasis on feature and telling stories or finding out things, because the third party aspect of we need to tell people will be gone because the information is going to be sent directly to people, but the analysis or information or stories that aren't told won't be, and we need to focus on that.
18 years from now, in the year 2030, news is going to be very digitized because already right now there isn't much paper anymore, except for maybe the bigger publications, but a lot of the smaller ones, even the bigger ones, are going more towards iPods and iPads and iPhones, and using even Instagram for photography.
I would say that the future of journalism would be more internet-based, with more influence in technology and faster media. And I think that there'll be a definite shift into instant communication.
Journalism will be done by robots.
In 2030, I think that journalism, newspapers, and print will be dead. So I think everything will be electronic and it'll be easy access for everyone.
I'm sure a super internet or something crazy will have been invented by then, so journalism will probably be pretty different.
In 2030, I think we're going to be able to go into the world of Club Penguin. You're going to be your penguin. You're going to walk around as a penguin. You're going to be able to put on the hat, and membership will probably cost more than it did. Last week I renewed my membership for $50 a year. And probably in 2030 it'll be a little bit more because you'll have to go into the virtual reality.
I think that everything's going to be digital and there's going to be no print newspapers. Everything will be multimedia.
Journalism in 2030 will be all holographic, and it'll be the news that you want to hear. You'll have an anchor in front of your face, a 3D image saying, "Good morning, Mercedes, what do you want to hear today?" And I'll be like, "Hey, I want to hear about how Usher looks great with his shirt off." And they'll be like, "Okay, here's a picture." And you'll be able to touch it and all that good stuff, but you'll get the news exactly what you want, and I think everything will be very futuristic, everything will be all computerized, all everything, so that'll be what journalism looks like.
Holograms are going to deliver the news.
And news journalists will be replaced by robots.
Can you dance like them?
No, I don't even know where to...
In 2030, journalism won't exist because the world's going to end in 4 months and approximately 9 days.
Well, I'm pretty sure the apocalypse is going to happen this year, so I think that's an irrelevant question, honestly.
What will journalism look like in 2030?
Well, obviously there will be no journalism in 2030. There will be no world in 2030. It's 2012. The apocalypse is coming.
What will journalism look like in 2030?
In 2030, journalism will be dead, and we'll all have wasted our money on this camp, and our lives will be ruined.
Wow, such optimistic news from such sad people. Signing off for Medill Cherubs, my name is Emily Herman. Stay strong and stay dry.
Every day I'm shuffling.
The New York Times will never die.